Hello everybody and welcome to Unknown Intuitive. Today I'm going to be doing a quick read. I'm just going to pull some energy. Okay, first card that came out is Greedy. Okay, I'm going to just pull some energy. You know me, I like about 3 cards to come out. Okay. Next card that came out was Teamwork. Greedy, teamwork. Somebody greedy, baby. They want you. It's like, no, this is it. I wanted to be a little read so bad. Somebody greedy though. But they're I feel like they're greedy because they want to team up is why I feel. Okay. Next card that came out was Accident. Greedy, teamwork, and accident. The card that wanted to show itself was Marriage. Okay. Greedy, teamwork, accident, and marriage. That's what I got, y'all. That's the energy. At the bottom of the deck is Focus. Okay? So it seems like somebody, like I was saying before, was greedy. Alright? Maybe greedy because they wanted to have teamwork with you. Maybe greedy in some type of form, way or fashion when it came to the team. Greedy didn't want to involve or be a part of teamwork. Somewhere there was an accident, and then marriage came up. So he's just gonna, I can't really decipher. I could pull some more cards. We'll do that. Okay, let me put my tarot down. Okay, we're gonna put tarot down. You know I love to hop in tarot. I be so ready to pick up these dang on tarot cards. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep focus at the bottom of the deck, and we're just gonna pick this up again. And we're just gonna see if we can get some clarifying energy on what's been put out. So greedy, it was clarified by connection. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Let's clarify the rest of these. So somebody was probably greedy in a connection. Somebody was probably greedy, wanting a connection. Somebody was probably greedy for a connection. Okay. Word that came out for teamwork was murder, and the word that came out for accident was plans. Okay. Let's see what marriage has for us. Oh, that was a lot of cards. I can't take them all. I probably could, but I'll just take them. Who knows? It might mean something. So, marriage was clarified by open-minded, surrender, watch, and ending. Okay? Alright. So on the bottom of that deck, we have friend and we have focus, okay? So we're just going to take both of them energies just to get it. Overall energy is friend, overall energy is focus. What I'm saying is somebody was very greedy. I want to say they were greedy in a connection. I want to say they did not want to have teamwork. They didn't want to be a team player, right? The plans, they had plans, potential plans for an accident. Splitting the deck and shuffling, I see Emperor in the reverse. Very cold energy. Then I see marriage. You know, with marriage, I mean, somebody was open-minded, you know, about the whole marriage aspect. Possibly wanted someone to surrender. Okay. They wanted them to be their end-all, be-all, right? This was a friend that you possibly didn't see, or a friend that didn't see you. You were trying to get them to focus, you know, on your true friendship, which was probably, you know, a deep amount of love and care. Let's see what the energy says with tarot, you all. So 2 cards came out. Okay. The one card that came out was the 7 of Swords in the reverse. This is a liar or cheater card, okay? This is somebody who wants to come clean about something. Next card that came out was the 4 Swords in reverse as well. That's a stress card. Somebody going through some type of trauma. So with this liar and cheater, obviously you were dealing with somebody that was not very honest. You know, somebody that was trying to come up with a master plan. Somebody that was stressed out. They were going through something. Maybe this is why they were lying and cheating. Okay? What else do you have on this energy? Now remember, greedy and connection was clarified by the 7 of Swords in the reverse. Now you remember that's the liar and cheater connection, which goes with. Next card that popped out was the 2 of Cups on the side. So that's more so of somebody wanting to say sorry and possibly be forgiven. That was clarified under the accident plan. So far we have greedy and connection was clarified by the 7 of Wands in the reverse. That is somebody that is a liar or cheater. Somebody that is sneaky for self, right? But they want to come clean. They want to tell what happened, right? Then you got teamwork with the X out card, the M word, and that was clarified by the 4 of Swords in reverse as well. Remember I said it was somebody that did not want to be in teamwork, that didn't want to be the team player, right? That stressed them out. Or they didn't want to be in this teamwork energy because it brings back traumatic issues, traumatic problems, drama. Then you got accident and plans that was clarified by the 2 of Cups on the side, right? That's somebody that they want to apologize about what went down. They want your forgiveness. The plans didn't go as planned, right? It was an accident. It wasn't supposed to happen like that type of energy, right? Forgive me, you know. Say you forgive me. You know what I mean? That coincides with the energy of friends and focus being the overall energy. And then when I look down at this, it looks like my friend card went over and to the side, and what's showing itself is disloyal. So this person was very disloyal, okay? The next card that came out was the World card in the upright. This clarified marriage and open-mindedness, surrender, watch, and ending. This person sees you as their world, okay? This person sees you as their world. This person sees you as their fulfillment, okay? You protected them from these karmic, or you tried to protect them from some type of karmic energy, but they were not in the listening energy. They did not listen. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 3 of Swords in the upright, right? That leaves them in heartbreak energy. They're sad right now. They're grieving your loss. Okay? Next card that came out was the 7 of Pentacles. It seems like this person is in an energy of wanting to do better. They're working towards something right now. Okay? They're working. They're in an energy of work. Okay? Yeah, you got the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in the upright. That's somebody that wants to invest. That's somebody that wants to be responsible, show responsibility for something. Okay, and then under that, what you got peeking out at the bottom is the 4 of Wands in the upright. Okay, so this person now wants to do teamwork. This person now wants to complete his tribe. When it goes to somebody that wants to come and work with somebody that they know is for them, they're possibly now just seeing themselves, realizing who they are, what they have to offer, and who they can be. The next card that came out was the Hierophant, and the Hierophant came out sideways. So this person really might be trying to work on themselves. Following the Seven of Pentacles, they may really be working on themselves. They might be changing up. They might be attending church. They might be listening to motivational speeches. They might be actually right now in the energy of, I just want to follow what you have for me. I hope this person forgives me. I want to go back. I hope that I still have a chance. Is what I'm feeling. That's the bottom of that's the basis of that energy. Like, I now see, right? I now see. Let's see what else comes out. The next card that came out was the Ace of Swords, okay? And the Ace of Swords came out in the upright. That's somebody who is optimistic. So absolutely, this person knows that they done wrong and they want back in. They are very optimistic that you might really see them for who they are and see them how they have changed, right? They hope that you see them for the change that they have. And then you have the Eight of Wands that came out sideways. This person was a ball of miscommunication and they regret that. They regret that. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in the upright. Yes, this person is absolutely looking for a new opportunity with you. They want a new opportunity. They need a new opportunity. They desire a new opportunity. A lot of cards just popped out, but I'm going to take them. It is 6 cards. So the first card that came out was the Two of Swords in the reverse. This person was at a point where they were just they're confused. They were confused. Okay, they didn't know what decision to make. All right, but now they're aware. You got the Ace of Pentacles showing itself again in the upright. This person wants a new opportunity. They want a new opportunity. They may be going on a new venture. They may have gotten a new job, right? Following that is the Nine of Cups. This person is feeling like they're stable right now. Maybe that's why they didn't want to be in this energy of a connection, right? That's why they didn't want to teamwork, because they were so focused on working on their fulfillment, their stability. They wanted to provide luxury, The next card that came out is the Empress. Look at that, the Empress in the upright. They see whoever you are. They see this person, this maternal energy right here. They want it. Okay, they need it. They got to have it. It might be the Empress herself. This might be the Empress herself, or they might see the Empress and want the Empress. That's who they want this new beginning with. After that, you have the Lovers in the reverse, right? They're unbalanced right now. They're unbalanced. They've got so much disharmony because they know it was a one-sided thing. They know it was a one-sided thing when it came to you, and they were so unfair. So right now they're hurting. They're hurting, but they're working. The next and last card that came out under that was the Moon in the reverse. They're in fear. They're hurting. They're holding or hoarding, since I want to say hoarding, a lot of fear. They're on the road to unknown. They don't know what's going to happen. They don't know how it's going to play out. And that scares them, right? That scares them. At the bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups in the reverse. All because of the miscommunication. All because of their own insecurities. All because of their own emotional imbalances. Their emotional immaturity is why they're in this position. That's why. It's all because of that. Let's see what else. We're gonna take whatever pops out next, and then we're gonna go to a love message, because this is absolutely a love message. There is something that somebody wants to tell you, needs to say. So we're gonna take one more or whatever pops out of this tarot, and then we're gonna go ahead and pull a love message for you to close it out. Okay? Absolutely. So somebody is seeing you. Somebody, not only are they seeing you, but they see themselves. They're seeing themselves. Next card that came out was the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay? That is a desire. That's an envy and jealous card. That is somebody who wanted domination and power over you. They wanted domination and power. But I don't believe they're no longer in this energy. Okay? I don't believe they're no longer in this energy. I think right now they're in the energy of trying to be vigilant, okay? They're trying to do the right thing. All right? Let's see what else comes out. The next card that came out is Strength in the reverse. Yeah. This person is in self-doubt. They're weak. They're insecure. This person could be an animal lover. All right? But I think that they're in the energy of trying to keep focus. They're in the energy of no longer not listening to their intuition. They're getting out of that energy of no longer dismissing what the intuition says, okay? With the Strength card in the reverse. I think, they're fighting their self-doubt. Like I said, this person could be an animal lover. You could be an animal lover, okay? At the bottom of the deck is Justice in the upright. Look at that. You're going to gain truth and clarity, or they are in the process of gaining this, okay? That's beautiful. You're paying attention to details to see if they've really changed, and they're paying attention to details to see where they effed up at. Okay? Justice is coming your way. Justice coming your way. Under that, you got the Five of Cups. Of course, they're in regret. But they're in regret because they know they love you. They understand they love you. They knew it before, but they didn't think they were good enough. Or they didn't think they could provide for you. I think they thought you deserved more than what they felt they could give to you. We're going to get the message of concern, love messages out right now. See what pops out. And I'm going to leave it. Somebody is coming back. Somebody is in regret. Somebody is sorry, somebody is sorry. Something went how they didn't plan for it to go. Okay? Something went how they didn't plan for it to go, and it ultimately effed everything up between you two. Let's see what fell on the floor. What we got is I miss you. Look at that. I'm missing everything about you today. Your eyes, your smile, your voice, your scent, your touch. I am missing everything. Remember how we have connected physically over our lifetimes together? My love for you is boundless and unconditional. I miss you being next to me. Wherever I go, I search for you everywhere. Look, that's the bottom of the message. You are their friend, you are their focus, and they miss you. Okay? But again, just because somebody misses you doesn't mean that you have to give in or you have to do anything. Like the card said before, that Justice card that came out lastly, you have to pay attention to the signs, right? You have to pay attention to the details, right? So if you feel like it's not just time yet, it might not just be time yet. But this is absolutely beautiful, you all. Somebody misses you. Somebody wants to come in. Somebody wants to justify. Somebody wants to rectify. Somebody wants to fix things. But ultimately, it's not up to them. It's up to you. Okay? Now, remember, if this does not resonate, do not make it fit. Only take what makes you go, Okay? Yours truly, Unknown Intuitive.